This is the Beta 300 RR. It's a 2022 model. Done a few bits and pieces to her now, a few upgrades that I've been pretty happy with so far. Last thing I've done is this Strike seat cover. Real grippy. I haven't ridden with it yet, but I think it's going to be a good thing. I'm a bit of a short rider, so I have trimmed the seat down a bit better for me and my height. I just put on the black plastic set, which I'm pretty happy with the style of it. Got the Acerbis headlight. It does run on DC, not AC, so you can't just hook it up to the existing headlight harness, otherwise you will blow the light. So you do have to hook it up straight to the battery with a switch. Otherwise, I've got mine set up a bit different. I've changed all the wiring on the bike, changed the stator so it outputs DC straight to the battery, which is plenty enough to power the battery now, and then the AC still powers the ignition system, but all the rest of the stuff on the bike runs off the headlight switch as the ignition. And that also, when you turn the headlight off, will turn the bike off, as well as your kill switch. A bit involved. I can put up a diagram for that if you're interested. I'm running the Beta radiator guards. They've been alright. They are a little bit soft, but I guess what do you get for thin guards? They do work. I've been pretty happy with them. Got the Polysport case guards on both sides. They've been handling the beating I've been giving them, so that's good. Got the chain guard from Beta. Frame guards. Got a new foot for the side stand. Swing arm guard. Running the Force bash guard. It puts up with the beating. It does bend occasionally and you got to bend it back, but it handles it. Running mousses in the front and back. I got the Nitro Mousse Soft in the rear and the Nitro Mousse Standard in the front. So the rear's 6 to 8 psi, and they get sort of softer as you go, and the front's a 10 to 12 rating. I've done the radiator mod, which is basically just, I don't know if you can see that, just sort of dent in the top of the radiator so you can back these off and get a bit better lock. So that works well in the tight stuff. Running 13 tooth on the front sprocket and a 50 on the rear. That seems to give me pretty good torque and traction in the tough stuff. Recently put on the DEP S2 muffler. Pretty happy with the sound that gives, and I don't know about power, but it's probably all in my head, but it seems to go good. What else have we got? We've got the rear rotor guard. I put that on after I buckled my first rotor. That one seems to be going pretty good. I'm happy with that. Got the X-Link guard under there. That's been going good. Linkage protector. Give you a view from the other side. Linkage guard or linkage or whatever you want to call it, but it's been pretty awesome. You don't get hung up on stuff anymore. Done the thermostat delete, running the Beta factory silicone hoses. grip tape both levers. A bit more traction in the wet and muddy stuff. What else have we got? Under the seat, if I can get that off. I was sick of having the oil leak out of this cap when you lay the bike over after a stack or whatever. So I don't know if you can see that, but I've used a soldering iron to basically block that hole off. Then I've drilled out the top of the oil reservoir and put a quarter brass barb in there from the inside out and sealed that in. And then I've got just a breather hose going down there with a restrictor in it, so it leaves a similar hole in the hose as what was in the cap. And then I've got a little diff breather attachment on the end of that. And I've laid the bike over a few times just in the yard, and no oil comes out, but yeah, it is free flowing, so the tank will breathe. So that's a pretty good one. No more oil on the air filter, so I'm happy about that. It's about all I've done for mods that I can think of, but if you want to know any more, let us know. I didn't show you this front rotor guard. It's been awesome. That's the Beta factory one. It's holding up well. I've also got the Polysport fork shoe guard on the other side. Yeah, that's her. If you want to know anything else, hit me up.